What's up, lads? So the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer just came out, and I have some concerns. Okay, trust me. Okay, I don't enjoy being the guy that shits on the thing that everybody else loves. Okay, I like it a little bit. But nonetheless, I still have some valid points to make, okay? I know everybody is just jumping up and fucking down because all of our favorite villains are coming back. Oh my god, did you hear him say, "Hello, Peter"? Oh my god, the fucking chills up my spine. And that's kind of what I'm worried about the most. I think Marvel is going to use the fact that we already love these villains as an excuse to be lazy with their characters. Let me explain. As of right now, this movie is literally falling into the exact same trap that every bad Spider-Man movie has fallen into before, which is too many villains! And the reason why this keeps sabotaging all the other films is because when you have too many villains in a story, there really isn't enough time to focus on and develop every single one of them. Your time becomes split and your story becomes scattered. It happened to Spider-Man 3 and it happened to The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But to counterpoint myself, there were other problems that contributed to the negative reception to those films. Therefore, is there a chance that perhaps this time it could be done right if it's guided by the right person? Okay, sure, there's a chance. And I mean that. I do think there's some sort of way you can make all of this work, but here's why I'm a bit skeptical of No Way Home's chances of pulling it off. First off, both Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2 had 3 villains each. 3! And both times it was too much for them to handle. This film, thus far, has 5 confirmed villains. Fucking 5! And given how this seems to be some sort of pseudo Sinister Six type of film, I imagine we'll probably be getting 1 more. Maybe even 2. Maybe 3. Who knows? Point is, right off the bat, this film is tackling double what made the other films fail. Secondly, and most importantly, the reason why I'm skeptical of this film's chances of succeeding is because we've got Marvel's largest clown guiding the ship. I am so sick of Jon Watts, dude. I'm so fucking sick of it. Why does this guy keep acquiring Marvel's biggest projects outside of the Avengers films? I don't like Jon Watts for a few reasons. Number one, I think he's visually stunted. Homecoming and Far From Home both look gross and have far too much CGI. Dude, why the fuck is Spider-Man CGI right now? He's literally just standing there. Number two, I think he's absolute shit at crafting side characters. I never liked Ned. I think he's annoying as hell.
I'm looking at porn.
Here, please hit me as hard as you can.
I'm looking at porn.
Don't hold back.
MJ is stupid. I don't care what her Twitter stans have to say about it. Her character is boring, and I literally wouldn't care if they killed her off. Happy Hogan is cool, but that's just because Jon Favreau is basically playing himself, and that's never a bad thing. Point is, okay, his side characters are more so just exaggerated personality traits rather than real people. I feel like they belong on some sort of like Disney Channel show, not a movie with a $200 million budget. But most of all, the thing that irks me the most about his abilities as a director is the thing that I think contributes the strongest to my pessimism regarding No Way Home, is that he's not good at making villains. However, what he is really good at is tricking you into thinking that he's really good at making villains. Let me explain. What Jon Watts really has a hard-on for doing is writing really thin and poorly developed villains, giving them one overdrawn monologue, and then casting really legendary actors to make it seem far more depthful than it actually is. Okay, just look at Vulture, for instance, man. Okay, memorable performance, sure, but what was the depth of his character beyond the fact that he was just a dad trying to provide for his family? Like, that's literally all that they gave him. That's not character development or depth or meaning. That's just the bare minimum character motivation. God, man, just look at Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2. Okay, that was some fucking solid writing. It was the embodiment of the struggle between what's best for science versus what's right for humanity. Should science be our ultimate end goal? Should human evolution and intellectual pursuit be placed above such trivial matters as morality and human decency? What price are you willing to pay to accomplish what means the most to you? Are you willing to become something other than good in order to do what you think is best? How do you even define what's best and what's not? It was literally an exploration about the human constitution of what makes us become what we become. It was fucking awesome, dude. These villains do not have that same magnitude of depth and meaning. The extent of Vulture's development is that he's just a dad. Cool, I guess.
No, see, it's good because it's different, because he's not really a bad guy, because because he just wants to provide for his family.
I don't care. But because he's played by Michael Keaton, he suddenly becomes memorable and we're tricked into thinking he's a good character. Same thing with Mysterio, man. That guy had like zero fucking depth. He was literally just another disgruntled Stark employee that wanted his own version of world domination. Wow, man. That's really original. But because he's played by Jake Gyllenhaal, all of a sudden he's memorable because, oh my god, it's Jake Gyllenhaal. I love that guy. The point I'm trying to make is that Jon Watts isn't good at writing villains. He's just good at acquiring great actors to play them. And I'm afraid that Jon Watts is going to use the fact that we already love these actors and characters as an excuse to not develop them any further. Especially since he has fucking 5 to juggle all at the same time. And especially since he can most likely get away with it because he's appealing to people like this. Oh my god, he literally only has to fucking speak and people are already in love. Marvel has gotten so big to the point where people no longer care about good storytelling or good writing or meaning or depth. They literally only want to know what happens next in this grand, never-ending fable of heroes. And due to that fact, Marvel can now afford to be lazy with their writing because they know that people are going to love it no matter what. It's why WandaVision got such a positive response, because people no longer actually give a shit about its quality.
She died. When they were handing out kids, they gave her the toughest one.
And if you dare speak out against it, Twitter will fucking destroy you because all they care about is what happens next. Marvel knows it and they're using it to their advantage. But that's just my opinion. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support you give me. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It really does help the video. Now get out of here, you silly goose. What are you still doing here watching this video?